Guys, man, this Grind Life Productions back at it again with another video. I hope you guys been doing good. I hope you guys been taking care of yourselves, but most importantly, I hope you guys been taking care of your mindsets, because your mindset is extremely important. Because when it comes down to your mind, nothing gets done until you feel right on the inside. Because I'm telling you, when you feel right on the inside, you feel like you can do just about any and everything, man. There's nothing that can take you down. It's nothing that nobody can say that can bring you down, because you feel good. You already know what it is. So you have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to stress about. All you need is security. That's all you need. And I feel like when it comes down to having a peace of mind, I feel like meditation is truly the key. Because when it comes down to meditation, your mind can be racing. Your mind can just be going through so many things. You could be having so many thoughts. But when you just take the time out to just be still and to just quiet the mind and just stop moving, because we move around so much to the point where we're not even able to take the time out to deal with our internal problems, and those internal problems start to come to the outside. They start to come out and they start to reflect. So before, it wasn't really showing off. Before, it wasn't really like a big deal on the outside, but now it is, because we've been neglecting it for so long. So I just want to let you guys know, never neglect your mental health. Never neglect your mental health. I would never make a video if I wasn't feeling it. If I truly wasn't feeling it, and I know that today is not the day to make this video, I just wouldn't make it. I will still have videos dropping, because you know me, I prepare for the worst. So I have multiple videos that I could drop, but just on that certain day, I probably won't have nothing dropping, because there's some things that I gotta situate on the inside. There's certain things that I gotta get right on the inside, and until I get those things right, you guys will not be hearing from me at that present moment. That's how it is. That's just how it is, and you gotta be okay with that. Because that's just life for you. But I got a couple of points here, and we're gonna dive right into it. So sometimes you just gotta let it breathe. If somebody's like making you mad, if somebody is making your life harder than it already is, just let it breathe. Sometimes they don't even deserve a reaction from you. You don't owe these people a reaction. They want to get a rise out of you. They want you to get out of character, but it doesn't mean that you have to follow through with that. Just take the time out, breathe, and the answers will come to you. It's so many times where, I was in a situation where I felt like I could have crashed out. There was so many times where I felt like I was in a situation where, I didn't know what was going to happen. I just saw a lot of uncertainties like down the line. I saw a lot of uncertainties like in my path, but all I did was just take a deep breath, and I stayed still. Because I knew that me stressing and worrying and tearing myself apart over this one problem that I can't control is not going to do anything. So it's like the best thing that I could do in that situation is just do nothing. Focus on my breathing. Just be still in the moment. How many of you guys know how to be still? How many of you guys know how to just not do anything? Don't react to anything. Even if something is stressing you out, most people will run to the bottle. Most people will run to the blunt. But how many of you guys just know how to sit in silence? How many of you guys are comfortable with being with yourselves? There's so many people out here who's not comfortable with being by themselves. So many people out here can't even go to a movie by themselves because they feel like they got to be with other people. You don't have to be with anybody else. That's a personal choice at that point. It's a personal choice, and you got to get used to that. That's where it all boils down to. But once you take the time out, you put the work in, you'll start to learn that you had peace within all along. You just had to find it. You just had to realize it once again, because sometimes we forget. That we got true power inside of us. Sometimes we forget that we have true power within us, but that's okay, because sometimes we need reminders. Now, a reminder could be this video. And I'm just encouraging you guys, meditate more, spend more time in silence if you can. If you can, you don't even got to do like hour-long meditations. You could do like about 10 minutes, maybe even about like 5 to 10 minutes of just pure silence and just straight up breathing, and you could just get straight to it. You can get right back to it, because usually that's how it is. Like I was in a situation yesterday where I just didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know what I should do. I just didn't know. I didn't know if I should have got active. I didn't know if I was tired, because it's like I felt tired, but at the same time I felt bad, because it's like, yo, I'm not being active. I don't got nothing going on right now, but at the same time I'm tired. I don't know. So it's like whenever I encounter situations like that, I just sit still and I just let time pass. I let time pass. I'm not going to burn myself out, because if you do that, if you try to force yourself to do something when you know you're not mentally okay and you know you're not internally okay, you're going to burn yourself out. You do not want to burn yourself out. Now, everybody experiences burnout at some point in time, but that's all right. That's all right. We all got to go through it, and we all will get through it. We all will get through it. But on to my second point. Not everything deserves a reaction. You don't got to react to everything. I already spoke about this a little bit, but yeah, you do not have to react to everything. You don't have to. Sometimes you don't have to do anything. Sometimes doing nothing is doing something. Doing nothing is doing something. Regardless of how you feel about that, you're actually doing yourself a greater service, because you're not overworking yourself. You're not stressing yourself out. You already know what you're dealing with a lot, but why do you need to deal with more? Why must you keep on adding more to the plate when there's already a lot to handle? Why don't you want to make your life easier? Why don't you just want things to be smooth? You already know you got a big situation to deal with. Why not just focus on dealing with this situation other than creating a more problematic situation for yourself? That's just me though. That's just what I would do. I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I hate adding more to my plate, knowing that I haven't even finished my first course yet, knowing that I haven't even finished my first meal yet. Why would I go for seconds knowing that I still got more on the plate? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And that's how you got to look at certain people who want to get a rise out of you. That's how you got to look at certain people who just want to make your life harder. You just got to X them out the picture, bruh. Just X them out the picture. Stop worrying about them. Focus on yourself and focus on the things you got going on. That's really the best you could do. But going on to our third point. So we got a couple that we got to get out the way. But yeah, going on to our third point. When you're confused about what to do, just be still. Do absolutely nothing. Do absolutely nothing. I honestly feel like that's the best thing you could do, because it's like when you're confused, you don't know what to do. So it's like you could take an action, but you don't know if it's going to be the right action or not. So honestly, the best move in this scenario would be to weigh out your options, see what's on the plate, and see what plays you can make. Because now you got the time to execute. When you be still and you stay silent and you focus on your breathing and you're not worrying about the problems that's going on, you're just letting it all go. You don't care about the results anymore. All you care about is finding a way, figuring out what's the best way to move with the scenario, because at the moment you just don't know, but God will give you the answers. He told us if we be still and seek him in silence, he will give us everything. He will give us everything. And I think that's what that truly means by like finding the kingdom of heaven. Finding the kingdom of heaven, well, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all shall be given unto you. I feel like we need to be silent. I feel like we need to be silent first. I feel like we just need to be still. I feel like we just shouldn't even move. We got to stop trying to force everything. We got to stop trying to figure out things on our own, because it gets to a point where we can't find the answers. Nobody can give it to us but God. He's the only one who can tell us. He's the only one who can give us the strength. He's the only one who can give us that energy that we need to be successful. He's the only one. So we must seek him in times of confusion. We must seek him in times where we feel like we're doing all we can, but it's not adding up to anything. We have to seek him. That's all it is. That's all it is. So meditation is key. Meditation is key. If you're just going throughout this life and you're not meditating, you're just letting all these days, all this trauma build up, and you're not confronting it, you're not facing these problems, you're just drowning it out. You're drowning it out with all these useless things. That's a bad thing, because it's like you're running away from your problems. You can't run away from yourself. You can't run away from yourself. You can't run away from God. So stop trying. You are not faster than your problems. I don't know how many people need to hear this, but you're not faster than your problems. You're not. You're not. The best way to deal with these problems is you got to just face it. Face it. Face it, face it, face it, face it. Show up to the front lines and do what you got to do. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. And you'll find that you have peace once you kill that giant. Once you kill that giant, because we all got giants in our lives. We all got giants in our lives, and they can come in the shape or form of many things. It can come in the shape of people, scenarios, anything. It doesn't matter what it is. But until we slay that giant, we will never have true peace. We will never have true peace. So yeah, man, take the time out, be still, and focus on figuring out ways on how to get that problem solved. And the best way to do that is just not to care about it. But on to our last point. God will give you the answers when you take the time out to hear him. He'll give you everything that you need, but you have to take the time out. You gotta put everything else to the side. Like I said before, stop trying to figure it out on your own. You gotta put it all to the side. Put it in God's hands. If you're scared about a situation that you have no power over, that you have no control over, put it in God's hands. Put it in God's hands. Let him take care of it. Let him worry about that. Let him worry about that. He even told us, cast our worries and burdens upon him. That's what we need to do. A lot of us in this day and age, we don't do that. We just stress and we overthink. We ask AI all these questions. Bruh, AI just gonna give you like random answers and stuff like that, but it's never gonna solve your problem. It's never gonna solve your problem. It's just gonna keep you in a fearful mindset. It's just gonna keep you scared, because it's like you're scared of the unknown, and that's okay. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be scared. But when you got God in your life, there's no way you can be scared of anything, because you know he's the final boss. Knowing that God is the final boss, knowing that Jesus Christ is the final boss, for me, it just puts me at ease. It puts me at peace, because there's nothing in this world that can throw me off. There's nothing in this world that can make me scared, because I don't fear anything anymore. I don't fear nobody anymore. Like literally a customer today, like at my job, you know, he came in talking a little crazy. He wasn't really talking crazy, but you know, he was just being a little ignorant. He was trying to start something with me, but I'm just sitting there, like just standing there staring at him. I'm like, bruh, you're not going to do anything to me. You're not going to put your hands on me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to go there with you, because I know what you want. You just want a reason to crash out. And once you realize that most people just want a reason to crash out, you stop entertaining them. You stop adding fuel to the fire. It doesn't matter about what they think. You just let them go in their merry way, and you let them be miserable on their own. You don't have anything to prove to these people. They feel like just because everything in their lives is going bad, they feel like everybody else should be feeling the same exact way. But nah, it doesn't work like that over here. I'm a master of de-escalating situations. That's why I stay out of stuff. That's why I stay out the way. Because unless you put your hands on me, that's the only way we'll have a problem. But you know, nobody does that. So it's like, not to say I don't care, but I got no worries. I got no worries. But until the day comes where somebody does do that, then we'll handle that. Then we'll step up to the plate and we'll deal with that. But that day has yet to come. So until then, I'ma still be me. I'ma still put my trust in God, and that's all it's gonna be. That's all it's gonna be. So many times where I wanted to do something, so many times where I just wanted to act, but I know it wasn't the right time. I knew it wasn't the right time. I knew it just wasn't worth it. So it's like, I'm not even gonna do it to myself. I'm just be like, all right, you got it. We need to normalize that. Let's just normalize saying, you know what? You got it. You win. You're right. I'm wrong. Even though you could be in the right. You could be in the right. But that's all right. What do you have to prove? What do you have to prove to these people? You got nothing to prove. You got nothing to prove. And I wouldn't even worry about it. I would not worry about it. Just focus on God. Focus on God's promises, because when you worry about God's promises, you just become less fearful of everything that goes on in this world. But yeah, man, it's a beautiful life. Beautiful life indeed. But yeah, man, with that being said, that's pretty much it. Just incorporate more meditation in your life. Meditate on the word of God. Try to like silence your mind. Try to just be still and, just try to take the time out to breathe, because I feel like a lot of us, we really don't breathe. We really don't breathe. Just take a deep breath. Like, I'm going to take one with you guys. We're going to take 3. Breathe in. And out. And again. And out. And one more time. And out. You see? Now I feel so calm. I feel at peace. And I feel like I could take over the world. But yeah, man, I thank you guys for tapping into this video. I thank you guys for rocking with the channel. And yeah, we got more uploads to come. I'm always working. You know this. I'm always putting in work. I'm always on the grind. I'm always handling business. So yeah, man, with that being said, this has been Grind Life Productions. Follow me on Instagram at grind_CJ27, and follow me on TikTok at Grind Life Productions, and also follow my other TikTok page at Grind Life Gaming. With that being said, we signing out. Peace.